Hello, y'all. First, let me start off by saying congratulations to our girl, honey, a girl after my own name, from one Lauren to another. Well, y'all know my name is mispronounced as Lauren, but it's Lowan. But Lauren Darn Palmer, honey. Keke done got a little Keke in the oven, honey. Congratulations, honey. She got a kilo in the bee offspring coming her way. So, what should be a time of celebration or whatnots, you got some miserable ass bitches that are going to want to spin their narratives and shit, talking about, oh, she a baby mama and all this, that, and the third. And it's like, wait a minute now. First of all, I thought the term baby mama was used to the woman who was the lesser in the situation. Do we still use the term baby mama for when the woman is the breadwinner? Number two, we didn't really know who the boyfriend was and what the situation was going on. Now we found out that it's Darius Daulton Jackson. Not to be confused with the football player, because at first I looked it up. I was like, this don't look like him. And I don't know why people are talking about the income disparities. He's worth just as much as Keke Palmer, but come to find out that was the football player. So we're going to address a multitude of issues. Number one, pushing your moral values upon somebody else. So y'all thinking because she had the baby before marriage that is a bad thing. When as a reality star, I got to think of it as from the business aspect. Matter of fact, the origin of marriage was not actually for love. It was more so a business contract. So if we think of it from the terms of business, Keke Palmer is actually doing right by having the baby without the marriage, because right now, if she was to get married, even if they had like a prenup and stuff, he would be entitled to alimony and child support, whatnot, so they got 50-50 custody. So it's like, actually, why would y'all push for her to even be married to somebody who is worth less than her in income? Then you got the other people who's saying that she could have did better. And my thing is this: after a certain point, we got to stop holding people accountable to a unrealistic standard. Like, to be a celebrity that's worth more than $1 million as a black person is going to be astronomically rare. So you are forcing her to try to limit her dating choices for the sake of hypergamy for your personal view. Fuck what Keke Palmer has going on. Fuck how, they might have a genuine connection. Honey, both of them look gorgeous. The baby, whether it's a boy or girl, is going to be good either way. The darn going boyfriend looks good. Keke looks good or whatnot. And maybe the baby might take after the good skin of the boyfriend. Because y'all know Keke, she dealt with that full-blown acne and all the adult acne and stuff. So maybe the baby might not inherit that. Might inherit the good skin from the father, whatnot. It's a beautiful mixture of, I would say, because she about around my tone and he's caramel, and so it's like a nice deep brown complexion or whatnot we about to have. So we should be darn gonna celebrating a healthy baby coming through. But no, y'all want to focus on this bullshit about she should have been married, which would have been actually worse if she was married. And number two, the thought of, well, at her being worth about $8 million. So by default, that would have limited her to high-end football players, singers, and other select. But what if she didn't want that? What if she wanted a doctor or something like that? So now people who would be seen under normal circumstances as the pinnacle of success. Because if we take the celebrity out of it, let's darn gonna break down the economics of what America is made up of. So 190 million of 320 million people work in the United States. Of the 190 million, would you believe it, over 50% of working people make under $50,000 a year. Now factor in discrimination and all of that. Black people are going to be making way less on the dollar than that. So if the white person at the 50% is making 50,000, honey, you might as well deduct about 10,000 for black people. So to find a black man making six figures is already a rarity within itself. But he's not no darn gonna slack, y'all saying. And then for y'all to compare it to the Tia Mowry situation, Talking about how Tia Mowry dated down. I'm trying to figure out how the hell she dated down. Number one, when they was together, and this another thing. I'm touching on so many different points. I know I'm all over the place, but it ties in together. Not only should we not hold black men to having to make unrealistic amounts of money, because once again, to make $1 million is rather unrealistic. Now, we love to aspire to that as black people in general, but let's not act like the average person just has the potential to make $1 million. Even in acting, believe it or not, the average actor makes only about $70,000 a year. The Viola Davises of the world, the Keke Palmers and all of them, they are in the top 1% of actors. Over 90% of your actors actually make under $100,000 a year. So don't think because you see your folks on the TV screens and shit that they're doing the damn thing. And even with soap opera actresses, 10 years in the game, they be lucky to see $4,000 per episode. So when you look at Days of Our Lives, when you see Marlena Evans and, you know, the Newmans, well, Victor's passed away. And, you know, rest in peace to Dargon, Jennifer Aniston's dad. I'm going to miss him on Dargon Days of Our Lives, honey. Who is going to Dargon be the matriarch? I guess we still got Maggie. But Victor Kiriakis done kick the bucket. You know, Jennifer Aniston's father in real life. He lived to be 90-some years old. But even when you get to that level of status, you're making... Let me see. If you featured in 100 episodes a year, he was probably, because of his legendary status, was probably making $10,000 an episode. That's still just right at $1 million. So once again, putting them in the 1%. Everybody else is making around $100,000 or less a year. So factoring that in, why is we saying that this person is not gonna slacken? I heard Gary with the T talking about, oh, he's a fitness instructor and all that, diminishing fitness instructors as if they don't make money. Honey, have you not seen Sean T? Have you not seen Jillian Michaels? Like, why is we darn gonna think that just because somebody's a fitness instructor that they don't have the potential to darn gonna possibly make money, darn gonna create DVDs and make darn going commercials and stuff, and darn gonna be the pinnacle of success just like the white counterparts? See, sometimes we be our own worst critics, and darn gonna Gary with the T, it would be ironic that you would be talking bad about somebody being a fitness instructor. Bitch, you look like you need to be in a damn gym with your darn snail body looking having ass. You up on the darn radio looking like a goddamn snail, talking about somebody needs to be looking down upon a fitness instructor. Really, bitch? But I ain't gonna give Gary with a T too much, because a lot of y'all was on that hate train too. Now I did my research and finds out that this man is worth $500,000. And he's what, about 28, 29 years old? I think that's darn impressive. $500,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. Now Keke Palmer's worth $8 million, so they're in different tax brackets. But we also got to take into consideration, remember what I said earlier about childhood stars. Should we hold an adult actor to the same standard as a childhood star? In no other career field would you expect a 28-year-old to automatically be at the creme de la creme. Like, usually when you have people at $500,000, they had to go to school for 8 years. Like, we would not hold nobody else to the standard of already having it outside of actors. Like doctors, you got to go to school for 8 years. Same thing for lawyers. Dermatologists, 12 years. These are the people that makes the $500,000-$600,000 a year. And let's not act like, you know, the people that we look up to that's now in the top 1% didn't have to struggle for the longest. Darn going Taraji P. Henson, she really just started making money over the past 7 years. Now, she's been around since the 90s. But she only started making massive money over the past 7 years. Viola Davis has been in the game for over 30-some years. And she's about to be, well, let's pray it in existence come 2023 Grammys. that she might be our, I think she would be our ninth EGOT, our ninth black EGOT or whatnots. Cause she currently got the she got the Emmys, she got the Oscars, and she got the Tonys. If she can get this darn going Grammy for that book narration, honey, she'll be a fellow EGOT. But it took her years to get put on. Who else? Octavia Spencer took years. And even Keke Palmer, with everything that she been featured in, Keke didn't darn gonna start really blowing up massively as far as the coins until over the past 10 years. Now, she got a little bit of residuals from childhood movies and whatnots. But unless you the main, now she do got that cute little beat. But for the most part, she's been secondary in other darn gone roles like beauty shop, barbershop, etc. So her residuals aren't as high as the main actors. So we got to take into consideration of that. And $500,000 and $8 million ain't that far off, especially when we factor in Keke Palmer stuff is tied up with, music estimates and all this, that, and the third. Really, bank account wise, they probably not too far off as far as money in the bank. Let's not add, and then the false comparison to Wendy Williams and her husband is ridiculous. Number one, this ain't the same as a Mary J. Blige and her husband, Wendy Williams. Number one, those husbands were working underneath their darn on wives, and they didn't have nothing going on outside their wives. This darn on gentleman actually has his own thing going on. And then for y'all to even try to put down Cory Hardict, Tia's husband, which once again goes back to why is we unfairly, saying that because he ain't got the same amount of money because he started acting when he was grown versus this one when she was young. Now, he might have started as a teenager, but it didn't blow up for him. It is what it is. But now he's actually worth just as much as his darn ex-wife. Y'all was talking all that shit about he's lazy, he don't like to work, this, that, and the third. And he's on TV shows. He darn is worth $3 million to darn Tia's $4 million. It just took him a little bit longer. So why can't we give the same grace to this gentleman right here? Like I said, he's a fitness instructor, and to be able to have the discipline to darn eat healthy and stuff, which is a work in progress with me every day, especially these hormones get me craving more sweets and stuff. Y'all see my face be getting fuller at times. I have to darn constantly exercise to keep myself right. So to be a fitness instructor is a discipline within itself. And then you combine actor and all of that, and you have master worth as a black man of $500,000. And you're under 30. He still has room to grow. He ain't as old as Gary's slug built having ass. He ain't as old as Wendy Williams' ex-husband sorry ass trying to demand more alimony. Bitch, go get you a job. Go you don't go. Why can't you go and try to get something else going on? That's right, because you was trying to operate as a pimp. You ain't got nobody else to pimp. Now you out of luck. Cause the one that you cheated on Wendy with, honey, I guess that beauty business of hers ain't really doing too hot. Cause now you trying to beg for more money out of Wendy, who is down on her luck at the moment, going through her issues. So of all things, an argument can be made that she don't even have to really pay nothing because she ain't even got no money coming in. Her darn funds are tied up. But back to Keke Palmer's situation. What are y'all thoughts on this? The unfair comparisons to her. Because like I said, I'm trying to figure out, like, people is really reaching with this shit. How in the hell do we get somebody worth $500,000 self-made without being associated with Keke Palmer? He made this before getting with Keke. How are we going to diminish that and compare that to somebody like a leech, like Wendy Williams is, like Mary J. Blige is? How in the hell did y'all come up with that comparison? And then the Cory Hardict comparison. will actually be something to aspire to, because Cory Hardict, honey, managed to work his way up where he's making just as much as his wife. But y'all try to view that as a negative and try to say that he don't make no money. But y'all give me y'all thoughts. Y'all leave it down below. Like I said, congratulations to them again on their new bundle of joy. But this darn gonna spark the interesting conversation on multiple levels. Like I said, do you think somebody within the realms of acting should be held to the standard of somebody who had a lot more years in the game than them? Like I said, with any other job, we would not expect a 20-some-year-old to automatically have hundreds of thousands of dollars amassed of wealth. We would expect them to still be, you know, in school, building up to a master's degree or such. But in the realms of acting, this guy's only like 26, 27 years old. And y'all expect for him to automatically be able to have the same amount of luxury as somebody who was able to build up the bulk of their wealth as a child. And have, you know, residuals from music and acting, etc. Like I said, I see him probably being like a Cory Hardict, where it's going to take him a couple years, but by the time he gets like 34, 35, he's going to be just as up there with darn Keke Palmer. Because once again, he's very attractive. He's scoped it or whatnot. Now, I haven't heard him talk or whatnot, so I can't even go to, and I ain't seen what he's in, so I can't estimate what his acting range is and how far he's going to go. I ain't going to say he's going to be a Will Smith or just off the looks, but he does have the potential to at least darn mass of worth equivalent to Keke Palmer. And then last but not least, and I'm going to get up out of here, y'all raggedy motherfuckers who wanted to start this shit up again with Keke Palmer and Zendaya, talking about, see, this is why Zendaya is something to look for the children to look up to. Bitch, your darn children should be looking up to your sorry ass. You shouldn't let your children solely look up to darn celebrities as a darn realm of inspiration. And at the end of the day, what is wrong with darn Keke Palmer's situation? Because a marriage is not for everybody. Because once again, if you think about it from the business aspect, it actually makes more financial sense for her not to be married, dumbass. But y'all give me y'all thoughts on that too. Now, once again, these are just my personal views. I welcome opposing opinions. I know I got some conservatives that follow me. I got some Christians. I'm not going to beat y'all up too tough, so don't be afraid to, you know, give y'all opposing statements as well. Me personally, I don't value the institution of marriage from the sake of just love. I view it like a business transaction. And right now, it financially just don't make sense. But these two are in love. And they deserve to have their happily ever after. And what is a darn piece of paper any damn way? Hell, you had people that outdid people who were married on paper. Look how Joy Behar was with her darn husband for over 27 years before marrying him. And hell, I think darn Whoopi still not married to darn her darn man Stedman. They done been together for what? It seemed like damn near 40 years. None outlasted darn Tina and darn Matthew. They was around for 20-some years. So that goes to show that the paper don't necessarily mean a damn thing, honey. So with that being said, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Once again, congratulations to Keke Palmer and Darius Daulton Jackson. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.